Good morning, YouTubers. I like to give praises where praises is due. I don't take sides. I'm too old for that. I try to be fair with people. I only call them out on their BS when it's warranted. Otherwise, everybody's free to say and comment and do whatever it is they want to do. But Golly Bob has been out of the hospital for a week, and the initial shock of him being in the hospital has worn off in people's minds. And now they're coming out and bashing him. One person even went further. She wished death upon him. And was saying all kinds of negative things about what she did for him and how ungrateful he is, and she's gonna take down all the videos she got with him and wishing death upon him. And it's just mind-boggling. A week ago, the same person was saying, not even a week ago, a couple of days ago, this same person was saying how much she loved him. And when I say maybe there's a mental issue, people like to jump on me and say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You are judging. This is not judging. You guys saw a couple of days ago that this person said, I'm not going to call any names. You guys know who I'm talking about. This person said, oh, she loves him so much, and she would do anything for him. Today, not even 3 days has passed. Now she's wishing death upon him. So you tell me if that's not something mental. And God has a way of revealing people, showing you who they are. This person claims to be now a Muslim. Have never seen her pray not one time, because she's on the internet 24/7. Not one time did she prostrate herself and pray to God. And the Muslim name for God is Allah. She has not prayed, not one time. Claims to be a Muslim. Does not do the work of a Muslim. She's supposed to pray 5 times a day. If you claim to be a Muslim, you're supposed to pray 5 times a day. And the prayer is so continuous that amount of time this person spends on the internet, we would see her praying at least 1 time, because the prayers are back to back. She doesn't get off the internet unless she's sleeping. Right? So, we know that calling herself a Muslim is not genuine. It is just for a show. You can't say you're a Muslim and doing all those dirty deeds that you're doing, wishing death upon people, praying to and worshiping idols and demons. Because when you say a spirit lives in you, and now your ex-man who just passed away, his spirit is now in you. And all these other entities that are in you that you worship is worshiping idols and demons. And all this praying in tongues or so-called tongues, because I can sit here and start jibber jabbering and talking gibberish and saying it's speaking in tongues. Okay? And a lot of people who preach out there, when they fall into this tongue speaking mode, that's what they do. They make stuff up, they gibber and they jabber and they talk in all kinds of incoherent words that people don't understand because there's no dictionary for it, and then they call it speaking in tongues. There's something called karma. And what you put out there in the universe, it comes back to you twofold. Because God does not sleep, and God sees all, hears all, and knows all. And God knows your heart. Now, a couple of days when this individual was saying that she loves Gully Bop so much, all her fans were running with that narrative. And for years, she's been saying the same thing. She loves him, right? But we saw her true heart yesterday and today when she put out those videos. And I believe she put out those videos wishing death upon him and saying that he's no good and, oh, he is disrespectful and all of that. She put out those videos trying to distance herself now from him because he got a bag. And for a lot of people, a bag is supposed to be a negative stereotype, a negative stigma attached to the person. Just like tattoos. For some people, in my mother's generation, tattoos were like a negative stigma. If you wore a tattoo, that means that you're connected with the devil. That was back in my mother's day. Today, in today's society, if you're wearing a fecal bag, a lot of people don't want to associate with you because they think, oh, you know, this person now has a bag on. You know, I can't be hanging around them and blah. It's foolishness. It's to show the ignorance of people. They're not educated to what a fecal bag really does and is. It doesn't take away from the person's character or who they are. It's just a medical condition. Just like if you have diabetes and you're now on insulin. You got high blood pressure, you get blood pressure pills. You got bowel obstruction, they give you a bag for the feces to go into since you can't pass it. It's just a medical condition. And in today's society, there's no reason why people should be so ignorant and not educate themselves, because the internet is free for everybody. And all the information is there on the internet. So there's no reason that people should be walking around thinking that Gully Bop wearing a fecal bag is supposed to be a negative connotation on who he is as a person. And went so far as to wishing death on this man. Because now you're done with him. You got all that you needed. You got your bus. He gave you a bus. You were in the forefront of his life a couple of years ago when nobody really were checking for you on your internet program was up and running, but you didn't have the views that you have after you met him and after he pushed you in the limelight, or you push yourself in the limelight, trying to take his fame. But you know what I gotta say about that? In a way, you did take his fame, because when you had him arrested, when he came to America, and you accused him of domestic violence and robbery, and he went to jail for it, his career never recovered. But yours took off. So in a way, you did take his fame. But God don't like ugly. And what you do in the dark must come to light. And your true heart and the intent of what you're thinking and feeling must come to light. And we saw it in today's video and yesterday's video, where now it's a complete switch. Instead of loving this man, in 3 days, you hate him. Now tell me, what is that, people? YouTubers, inbox me and tell me, what is that when a person loves you for all these years? Then you go in the hospital, you got a colostomy bag. And this person was cussing a woman out in England who had a colostomy bag. Now, Golly Bop got a colostomy bag. And now she is cutting him off. It must be, I just attributed that to the stigma of having a colostomy bag. Some women don't want a man who has a bag, and vice versa. But that's the ignorance, because they don't understand fully that the bag is there to save the person's life. Just like how people would take depression pills. This person is on depression pills. In her own words, she says she's on depression pills. Well, if she don't take the depression pills, she would get so depressed that she might be suicidal. So the pills are there to save her life. Same with a colostomy bag. It's there to save his life. So she needs to do some further research and open her mind and let God show her wisdom and understanding. And always remember, folks, when you are digging a ditch for someone, dig two, because you might end up being in the ditch also. Dig one for yourself, because you cannot wish death upon someone who is sick, just came out of the hospital a week ago. Where's your conscience? Where is your conscience? If you can go so far as to wish death upon someone who just came out of the hospital, what do you think God is going to do upon you? Because remember, karma comes back. It comes back around. What do you think is going to happen to you? And another thing I wanted to address with the madness I saw this morning. This person talked about Golly Bop tricking people just to get money out of them. But guess what? You do the same thing. Throughout the years, I've watched you trick your fans into sending money for you. All kinds of crocodile tears and stories. And then these so-called fans who don't even have a pot to piss in send you their last money when they should be spending it on their kids and putting food on the table and buying milk for the babies. They don't got a pot to piss in and they're sending you money because you squander your money. Right now you're talking that you might be homeless again. What happened to the $300,000 last week you say you got in the bank? And the thousands and upon thousands of dollars that all these Facebook and YouTube and all these internet channels pay you. That means you squander your money. Just like Bob, who squandered his money. And then you get on the tube with these crocodile tears and all these stories for the fans to send you money. Tricking the fans into sending you money. The same thing you accuse Bob of doing. So you see, the mirror, you're mirroring yourself. You're looking in the mirror. When you're accusing someone of doing something, you're doing the same thing. The mirror effect. So be careful what you put out there, Miss Lady, because you're telling on yourself. When you say tricking fans for money, look in the mirror. YouTube family, this is a short video. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before leaving the page. Thank you.